Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to Kerbal Aeronautics and Space Administration's Real Progression Light, a realistic playthrough of Kerbal Space Program's career with Real Solar System, Realism Overhaul, and Real Progression Light. Thanks mostly to Nathan Kell.
We have on the pad a Mercury mapping probe that has a whole bunch of science equipment on it. And the reason why we are launching this is our window for Mercury is about 23 minutes away from its optimal point. So we are launching on the night side. The sun has just set and we're going east. So we're going into the night and then we'll come around the day side into retrograde of Earth. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and light this candle.
If you are new to this series, it is one which I launch semi-realistic craft into a semi-realistic universe, or at least one that semi-depicts our universe, in an attempt to highlight parts of space history with the dubbing over, which I'm doing now. Yes, so let's get to that, shall we? Mariner 10 in 1973 was the first probe to Mercury. It was an environment, atmosphere, surface, and body characteristics probe. That's mainly what it was sent there to study.
Let's go ahead and start our gravity turn, just very slightly.
A secondary objective for the Mariner 10 probe was to study the interplanetary medium and test a dual planet gravity assist. It's a maneuver that had not been done previous to its flight. It was also the first spacecraft to use solar pressure for attitude control, using its solar panels and high-gain antenna to determine the direction, or the pressure on its solar panels and high-gain antenna to determine the direction in which it was pointing. Much later on, in 2004, the Mercury Messenger probe, the second probe to be launched to Mercury, by NASA at least, stood for Mercury Surface, Space Environment, Geochemistry, and Ranging. And its mission was to study the geological history, exosphere, and magnetosphere of Mercury. It also characterized the composition of Mercury's surface and determined the size and state of its core. I'm not going to get too much further into the details of these probes because reasons that you will find out later in the episode. The mission wasn't successful.
Here comes a cloud layer.
It was suggested that I cut down on the time of these episodes, so I am going to try a new method of editing, jump cutting the audio and speeding up the video, which I will start after this block.
And there it goes. Okay, we're at 400 meters per second, 11 kilometers up. Our apoapsis height is 21 kilometers, and we're 44 seconds out from that altitude. We have a thrust-to-weight ratio of 2.2. So I'm just going to turn over a little bit more here. So probably go down to about 60 degrees and hold there. We go ahead and switch this to orbital. Alright, so we'll stay at 55 degrees until we're about at the second notch here. Alright, we'll just go ahead and get in our prograde marker for our orbital velocity. Just on the top side here. Until we get out of this middle atmosphere, the stratosphere. Okay, apoapsis height of 115, minute and 58 seconds out. Thrust to weight ratio of 4. Let's bring this inclination down just a little bit. Try to be about just under 30 here. Six seconds left in the burn, which is now 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have main engine burnout. With an apoapsis height of 215 kilometers. So we will throttle back to 0 and stage. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch to... Oh yeah, that's right. I need HUD. Switch to our onboard cameras here. And activate our second engine, second stage engine. Just give us a little bit of time to get further away from the first stage. At about T-minus 2 minutes from apoapsis height, we'll go ahead and activate this engine, or rather throttle it up. And we have second stage ignition. There's a sunrise on the horizon. We are going to Mercury. Okay, we have 15 seconds left in this stage. We are almost at orbital velocity. Our thrust to weight ratio is 8. So we're getting up into the danger zone. And we are at 9 Gs. 10 Gs. 3 seconds. 11 Gs. And we have second stage cut out. Oops, wrong buttons. Okay, so this is pretty much circularized. Our apoapsis went a little bit high. Where's our apoapsis? So where's periapsis? Periapsis is there. I'm going to quick save this because I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure 1 does what I want it to, which is that. Alright, so we'll target see which satellite's over here. That's Geocom 1, so we'll target Geocom 1. Geocom 1 and activate it. Then we have enough delta V. Well, we have quite a lot of delta V. Where's that other camera? Oh, that's right. I put it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, so this will be our taking fancy pictures camera. And then these two, the effects on them went away. Maybe that's because the engine isn't on? No, I don't think so. Must have been a problem like before. Well, that's nice. We can see all of our equipment from here. And check on the RCS ports, how they're firing. So that's good. Did I actually put RCS on here? Just kerosene. Remember I was going to. It doesn't look like I did. So those RCS ports will be useless. Great. Unless I put some in this tank. Oh good, I did. Yeah, hydrazine 50. That'll be plenty. I should have just used this whole thing, but oh well. Especially because I have kerosene in there, which the engine doesn't take kerosene. Anyways, that'll help stabilize the center of mass. So we will see, where's our orbit around the sun? Our orbit around the sun is there. That's at quite an inclination. I hope I brought enough delta V. So we'll want to put a maneuver node about here. What's that? That's the moon. Oh yes, we have to do our landing as well. Or we might wait an episode and give the satellites time to map. Let's see, this should be a 5.5 kilometer burn. Looks like I'm a little bit off. I need to be to the left a little bit more. Let's just put this at 5.5, then we'll tweak it from there. Looks like we are 7.9 degrees off. It's kind of difficult doing this from the close side of the planet. Maybe if can I still see it? Yeah, I can. Does this make any difference at all? Yeah, it does. So it'll be this way though. .8. 5.3. 4. Okay, I've used way too much delta V changing the inclination. I need to not do that. Hey, Okay, so let's see. 5.5 is where I'm going. And then basically I just need to line up periaps with the descending node. And then I should be good. So that's about 5.5 there. Not quite. And then I can't see the orbit, so let's move this a little bit this way and take a look at it. I can't tell. Alright, let's move this way. Now, did I get closer or farther away? Looks like it got... I can't really tell. Looks like it's about the same, actually. So the optimal place probably would have been here about a month or so ago, as far as ascending and descending node. But I guess I could come in some degrees above. All right, let's go for efficiency here, and then we'll worry about inclination as we get closer. Right about there. Get down to the orbit. Still not quite there, are we? No, that doesn't really work. No, I don't want to set target as Dunna. I'm starting to question whether that's going to be enough delta V. I think this is going to have to be a flyby. Because I'm not sure how. I'm going to be exiting back, so I'm going to come around this way. Let's try adding a maneuver. It's still not the optimal time, though. Let's see how much of a difference there is. So I don't know why. Let's see, where is it? Protractor is telling me that the optimal time is in 21 minutes, and it says that I only need 5,300 to get there, when clearly that isn't the case. Maybe protractor is just useless. Well, I'm not going to deal with this right now. That's going to be another 3. I guess I could have launched from somewhere up north on the day side and then came back around. Maybe that would have helped. Well, anyways, Geocom 3 is about to need circularization, so let's go ahead and switch to that. We'll wait that 21 minutes and see if that changes anything. I don't think it will. No connection. Don't tell me you don't have the... No, your antenna isn't activated. Why isn't it activated? See if I can get Geocom 2 to point at you. Okay, so that's being reserved for low rem, and this is for the Luna drop pod. Actually, I'll go ahead and switch that. Geocom 3. There we go. Just make sure that there is a timer. Oops. Yeah, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Or actually, that's probably, I've probably lost it now, haven't I? This one? No. Focus on Earth. There we go. Which track was it? It was this one. Nope, no, it was that one. Says 20 minutes, so let's go ahead and wait 20 minutes. Oh, was that the timer? Or did we dip into atmosphere? Why did we stop? Okay. Maybe we stopped because we got connection again or something? There's the timer. Alright, Moho is 17 minutes. I wonder if that's actually degrees. No, that's degrees. So this is telling me the right angle to start burning. And this is telling me how much time I have left until I should start burning. And that's telling me how much delta V that I need, but that number keeps going up. Oh, because the angle is changing. Okay, so 9 minutes, 7 minutes, so we'll try setting a maneuver node after one more pass, or maybe we should do it now. Let's try it now. We can always add an orbit. So optimum is probably about there. So it says 5,300 to go right to 5,300, 400. And we're not even close. Looks like that is a little bit off. So we'll go ahead and grab this and then pull it back a little bit. And it looks like we're burning up. So if we go directly along, then say that takes about 400 or so. Are we there? No. Of course, we are above parking orbit, which is about 200 kilometers. This is up to close to 500. Or over 500, actually. So that's going to cause us to use more delta V. So let's just go up to 6 kilometers. 6 kilometers a second. Still no. So that's what we're going to have to wait for. And let's see how long we will have to wait. So right click there. And then, do we get the buttons out here? Yeah, we do. So let's... Okay. I wanted to use that button. I don't want to see curve nav flaps. I was using that. I guess I could use it from here, can I? Where? There it is. Way up there. Maybe I have too much stuff in orbit. No, it only lets me use it once. Did it just disappear? Why did the encounter disappear? Regrade a little bit. There it was. Let's just say something like Oh, we don't have this in the optimal place. Let's put that about there. No. About there. Yeah, it looks right. Ooh, there's a pretty close encounter. 1, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. Did we get an encounter? No. Not really any closer. Don't want to see curve and periaps and apoaps. Oh, come on, I was getting there. That's a lot of orbits. It's probably going to be another week or something before we can actually get an encounter. Oh, our encounter went away. I wonder if I could move it from here. Ah, crap. There we go. Aha! Periaps. Wow, that's a lot of delta V. It says 5,300. It actually takes 6,700. Okay, I'm going to mess around with this one more time. This time, you shut up. Quit it. Stop. Thank you. This time, I'm just going to mess around with its location at 5,400. I'm not going to find an encounter. 5,400. Yeah, it's not even crossing the path. Why is it red? It's going to delete. No. Okay, let's go up to 6,000. 6 kilometers a second. There we go. Aren't we? No, we're not even really close. Alright, what was it before? Like 64? Well, that's nice and smooth. Why is that red? Oh, why did it come around here? You're supposed to be over here. Alright, let's go 67. No, I lost the encounter entirely. Where'd it go? Alright, so I think what I'm going to do... I mean, I could... Let's try this. Alright, we'll just... skip along some orbits here. Okay, that's really far out orbit, but that'll work. We can always, after we do that burn, set up another maneuver node here somewhere. Probably a little bit more like this to get us a closer encounter. And we'll add a maneuver node at our maneuver node, or add a alarm at a maneuver node. That's probably going to be about 10-minute burn or so. So we'll just add it 10 minutes before. Add alarm. And go ahead and put this back down here. Now, there's our station. Not much of a space station. Just a few tanks in orbit with a communications dish, I guess, antenna. We will be launching from the Cape, so we have to wait until we have a good launch window. Ship is under acceleration. Alarm time 1 day. Jump to ship and restore maneuver node. I don't think it had time to do that many orbits. I could be wrong. Okay, apparently it orbited a bunch of times. So yeah, I guess that is now. I need to be doing the maneuver. Do we have reaction control? No, we don't. Do we have yaw ability? No connection. Where is 1? Geocom 1 is looking right at it. Let's switch to this. Why is there a maneuver node out there? No, I'm not going to be adding to it. I am going to be docking with it, and Bill and Bob will probably stay up there and just do some Earth observing for a while. And then it'll probably return. No target, so let's target MMCP. I thought that was already targeted. But I guess not. Where is... There it is. Switch to. Why don't we have a line of communication? Maybe the thing wasn't on. Still no connection, even though this is pointed. Excuse me. Why aren't the... Oh, this thing's dead in space because it doesn't have any electricity. I don't know why it doesn't have any electricity. It's can see the sun. Let's do a quick save here. And let's give it some electricity. Because maybe it was in the dark side too long or something. Not exactly sure why. Should have electricity. Okay. Maybe it's because I only have one battery on it. It wasn't able to sustain itself through the eclipse. Yeah, we have connection now. Solar panels aren't turning though. Maybe turn off the reaction wheel. Or turn off SAS, I mean. Let's keep an eye on our electricity. Now the solar panels are turning. Okay, we are gaining electricity, kind of. If I turn off SAS, our rate of energy gain from those solar panels will go up as we get closer to the sun. Which is why I didn't add more. But it looks like, can't tell if we're losing or gaining. We'll do a test burn. Okay, so our burn will start at about 5 minutes. At 5.5. That engine should be generating electricity, I think. Yeah. Now, I had initially planned for our current stage to last us until we got to Mercury and actually give us a little bit of a boost into orbit. But seeing as I had calculated wrong that won't be the case, and we will have to use our 4th stage to supplement this burn. And we got a little bit of a wobble. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the time warp, since we are almost through our burn. Just get rid of that kerosene and liquid oxygen in that tank because it's not being used. That'll just give us a little bit more delta V. Okay, so we can cut thrust, ditch that stage. Uh-oh, I have no control. Okay, so those RCS ports are set up for monopropellant, or for the hydrazine from this tank, but apparently they are not using it. I think this probe is going to be dead in the water, or in the space. So we will leave that. We will get some science from it. Just probably grab some science here, just in case there's something that we've missed. Well, that'll give us 0.7, which is not nothing. Go ahead and turn that back off so we don't wear out its sensor. Let's get some gravity data. Kerbin's water, we already have that. So we will get some more science from this while it's in high space, and when it goes into interplanetary space. But since we don't have any attitude control, we can't really do anything else with it. Let's go ahead and see what its orbit is going to be. We might eventually encounter Eve or something. We could try. Why is that maneuver node still there? It's weird. Could try slowly burning at the precise time to possibly get that encounter with Moho. I am trying to get an encounter with Moho without the ability to control my ship. I have hydrazine on board, and I have RCS blocks that take hydrazine. They just don't work, and I don't know why. I'm assuming that there was a malfunction somewhere during launch, possibly with the 8 Gs that it suffered from the second stage, or I believe it was 9.5 Gs. So this will be a probe for the high space over the Earth, and then for interplanetary space. And I'm just trying to get like the smallest flyby of Mercury. Yes, it is. As you can see, my periaps is that. Okay, yeah, this is taking too long. There's Earth, North America. Just go ahead and set a SOI change for probably about 20 minutes or so, just to give us plenty of time. Why did that reset? Flight engineer has the wrong settings. Okay, I guess I will just leave that then. How far are we from SOI change? Whoa, that's far away. We still are connected. Let's get a radiation reading before we change our sphere of influence. Oops, I didn't mean to keep that. Review data. Send that back. Why can't a temperature scan be done now? Was that all of the instruments that I had? Just those two? I swear I had a gravioli on here. Oh yeah, I do. Right there. Too far from object. But yet, I can do that. The gravity seems to be incredibly high for a celestial body of this size. It must be composed of an extremely dense material. Over gravity scan while in space, high over Kerbin's grasslands. So that's interesting. I am directly over grasslands right now. Okay, the display is off. How far until SOI? Change 9 minutes. No, it doesn't even say. It's coming up pretty soon though. There's the moon down there. Let's leave RCS on and where did the sun go? The solar panels just went dark. Sun's right there. Is there a planet eclipsing? Am I getting electricity from these? Direct sunlight. I am getting electricity. It's like less sun shine on them. Strange. Still have connection? Good. Let's get, you observe the radiation levels. High space over the Sirius. Sirius? Oh, the thermometer's doing that thing again, where it doesn't do anything. Toggle display and then log. You read the long list of complicated numbers and equations and wonder if you could repurpose this machine to calculate your taxes. Alright, we'll wait for that to transfer. Make sure we don't need to do what is going on here? Alt F12. Hat gravity is off. Why am I on that trajectory? Something went wrong. Because I should have a Moho encounter. And instead I'm going slower than Earth and straight into space. Something to do with the SOI change. Possibly has something to do with why my solar panels are dark. This is the first time that we've left.
The sphere of influence of the Earth.
Is it rotating? Should be. The nav ball keeps kind of like shifting a tiny bit. There, it's rotating. So, I don't really know what's going on here. But I guess I will try to figure that out.
I did actually find out that I was orbiting Sirius, so I just deleted Sirius and then did some testing on live
I
stream.
wonder if the orbit of MMCP was fixed. Where is it? Nope, it was not. Wow. Okay, so
I did eventually increase the size of Sirius. Like, I added it back in and increased the size of it to the size of the moon, and it's in weird locations around the Earth. So when you leave the SOI of the Earth, then you just kind of are in an elliptical orbit around weird places around Kerbin. It's very, very strange. Not sure what happened there, but contacted Nathan Kell about it. Of course, it was out of date by the time that I did, and that is why I am upgrading to 0.24 on Thursday's live stream. Will be the first one that I do. Unfortunately, I've what's another word that I could use to replace unfortunately? I've not so fortunately when I upgraded, it deleted pretty much all of my craft because the differences, because of the differences in the mods from 0.235 to 0.24. There's been a change in a lot of the names and stuff, and especially procedural parts, which I use on almost every craft that I build. So the majority of my craft have been deleted, and I will be rebuilding my communications network on Thursday. So make sure you join me for that live stream. It starts at 12 Pacific time, PDT. Coming up next week, I am doing a probably 6+ hour live stream where I go through and find every egg in the Easter egg in the entire game, with the help of some cheats, of course. So yeah, I hope you'll join me for Tuesday's live stream. Starts at, again, 12 PDT. But thanks for joining me. Do like, comment, subscribe, favorite. Tell me how I did on the episode. This is the first time editing. Editing it like this, I kind of didn't watch the whole thing. So, yes, let me know what you thought. And again, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Maybe I should open the... I will talk to you next time.